Hey guys, welcome back to my garden. Today I am doing just a short little video. I figured I'd record what I'm doing. I am cutting back some perennials that have some either powdery or downy mildew on them. I'm not really sure which one it is, but it keeps coming back on the same species of plants, and I really don't want it spreading to anything else. So I'm going to, for once, just cut these back, and I'm not going to let them grow probably the rest of the season until I know that those plants are no longer harboring that mildew. And then we will see again either later in the year when it's cooler out and not raining again, or next year if they come back with the mildew. So I will show you what I'm talking about. It's these right over here. So this plant here is a coreopsis. I don't know the species name. Unfortunately, if I zoom in, it is a great pollinator plant. So I'm gonna cut these blooms off. I hate to do it, and I'm gonna cut the blooms off so I can bring them inside. But I'm gonna cut the plants all the way down to the ground, and the reason is this. So these plants I've cut back a few times, and they do grow really fast, but they keep coming back with the same issue. And this may be a native variety. There are so many native. It's probably definitely native to the southeast. I don't know if it's native to just Florida because I don't know the cultivar name, because this came in a pack of wildflower seeds that I had grown before, and it's just kind of spread throughout my garden. I normally leave it because it's fine everywhere else. Like I said, it's a pollinator attractant. It gives me a great early to mid spring color, but it's just given me this mildew problem. And I just planted these tick seed, Coreopsis leavenworthii. These are definitely the native variety, and they are doing great. And there's 3 of them there, and these will self-seed in this area too, so I'm not too worried about getting rid of this right now. I'm gonna forfeit some blooms, but I just can't have any of that mildew coming back over and over again. So far, that's the only plants in this area that seem to be affected by it. So you see, it's even on these. So, and I've cut these back as well. So I'm going to cut all of them back in this little area, and then just keep, I'm not going to put them in my compost bin. I'm just going to keep cutting them back, cleaning my tools in between, and then throwing the foliage away because I don't want to proliferate the problem. So all I'm doing now is I have my pruners, and then I have some alcohol swabs. I'm gonna clean them before and after. I don't think there's anything on them now, but that's just a good rule of thumb, especially when you're dealing with any type of disease or fungus, or when you're cutting back plants, make sure you clean your pruners in between. So let me wipe these off and I'll start. Okay, so I have my pruners cleaned. I'm literally just going to come down to the base of these plants and cut them all the way back. When I mean all the way back, I mean all the way back. So I'm going to take all of this plant material and I'm going to end up tossing it in that plastic bag. I will cut off all the blooms and bring them inside for an arrangement first. So let me finish this. And like I said, sometimes you just have to cut back plants in order to, save the majority of them. And I want to make sure I get all of the leaves because I don't want any of them leaving mildew in my way. So I'm gonna do those. It's kind of hard with one hand, so I will come back when I am done. Okay, so I'm all done cutting all of that coreopsis back. Let me show you. It's not that big of a difference, but I will show you what it looks like. So as you can see, this is the sunny part of my border. Oh look, hold on. There is a giant swallowtail butterfly. Oh, it just flew away over the house. Anyways, okay. So, as you see, that's the shady part of that bed. This is the sunny part of the bed, and that is why the coreopsis was doing so well here. But I think because I was getting the other plants established with watering every day, that perennial coreopsis was getting too wet and not drying out enough. So the mildew just, you know, comes back. So I had a clump here, clump there, that's all gone, but it really didn't make much of a difference. I still have that coreopsis looking pretty. I put in a native porterweed right there, transplanted it from, oh, there's my shadow, from behind. So this will end up growing and being a big clump, hopefully. We cover it with some leaves, keep the soil a little more cool. And then over here, those are the last of the mustards that are blooming. I am waiting for these seed pods to completely dry out. And then I am going to save all the mustard seeds together from the ones in the backyard, so I have them to plant later in the fall. And then that border I can change out soon. There was some more coreopsis here. I dug those out. And it, you know, it just gives room for more plants to thrive. There's some leeks growing there that are getting really big. There's some black-eyed Susans, there's yarrow all in here, and then that is my cranberry hibiscus. That's gonna fill in and get really big throughout the season. There's a carrot that I'm gonna let go to seed. So there's just a few things in here that, oh look, I missed one. I am just going to actually pull this sucker out. Who cares? They're plants. They grow back. There we go. Got it. So all this is ever changing anyway because it is a foodscape border. So I'm adding more perennials so I have more bone structure, but the border part is ever changing. So just wanted to kind of show you what that looks like. I see some bees already on the native coreopsis. It's a really good pollinator magnet. They're all over it. I don't know if you can see that. But this is a wonderful plant. I just love how the blooms are up on those tall stems and the base is kind of thick. Beautiful. So that is all that is. While I'm here, last month, or at the beginning of the month, I showed you that I planted these Cooley's water willows. They are filling out really nicely. There was even a couple blooms on them. The native columbine is looking really pretty. My rose, it bloomed and now it's putting on some new growth. That oak leaf hydrangea is huge, like compared to what it was when I put it in the ground. Here's another Cooley's water willow, so they kind of go around here. Another columbine, and then some native peperomias. Those were the additions that I put this past year. And then when you look past there, you see the coral honeysuckle and the Confederate jasmine and the coreopsis, just really pretty. And then that is the beautyberry there. So everything is looking good. Just had to do some maintenance. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for next time. Bye.